afternoon to Sims Workshop. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be reviewing Bright Ruined Things. This book has been sitting on my TBR pile for ages. And it's so funny. When I saw the cover of it, I thought, oh, this is going to be some sort of like Great Gatsby retelling. No, it was actually a retelling of Shakespeare's The Tempest. And you know what's funny? The Tempest was the first Shakespeare work that I had ever read. I remember I was in middle school, and it was one of those, you know, Shakespeare for children's books. It's classic. It was like a nice children's leather-bound book, and The Tempest was the first story in there, and I remember it. But of course, before I read this book, I decided, let me spark out this book, because it's been, I think I was 11 when I first read it, and I don't think I read it again since. Just, you know, I'm not someone who does a whole lot of rereads. I don't have enough time. Too many books to read. Too little time. And so what I did, instead I'm like, you know what, if this is going to be a Tempest retelling, let me get myself a refresher. Work at a bookstore during my lunch break. I skimmed through the Spark Notes version. I'm like, okay, now I have an idea of, I like kind of remembered what it was about, you know, island, magic, spirits, like not spirits, but you know, like elemental spirits. And I dove right back in, and I was just like, okay, it's coming back. So when I read Bright Ruined Things, I had a clearer picture of the intention of the story. And I can't say this enough. I really do think you should reread Shakespeare's The Tempest before you read this book, because it really does make you appreciate all those little Easter eggs that the author puts in a little bit more, and it gives this story a little bit more enrichment, in my opinion. I don't think I would have loved the story as much had I not gone and spark noted The Tempest again. I really don't, because there's a whole lot that she just adapted and redid, the author. And they did it in such a unique and refreshing way. You know, I really did enjoy the way they took The Tempest and reinvented it. For me, it's like The Great Gatsby meets The Tempest. It was really cool in that respect, and I really love that. I think you could say this book is more of a Great Gatsby retelling, but not even. It's weird. It was just so well done. The nuances, the storytelling, the pacing. And if memory serves, I think the story takes place the span of a day. It's a very long day, but not in a bad way. It's just like, oh my God. When I was done, I was just like, was this all in a day? It's first night. Everyone's back for first night. The day where they renew the magic of the island and rebind all what are they, the spirits? Yeah, the spirits. They rebind the spirits to the island, right? And the magic. And it was just, I want to say it was a day and a half, but still, like, so much happened in this book. It just kept going bam, 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 bam. I will say I did struggle a little bit with the characterization in the beginning, only because, I mean, so May, they call her May the Mouse, Mousy May. She hates that. But, you know, this is the family. They've taken her in, and she wants something more than to be a part of this family, right? The problem with that is, you know, she never sticks up for herself because she doesn't want to risk alienating this family. So she kind of just does whatever they want, kind of servitude, like she, you know, she's their ward, and she doesn't want to be sent away because she loves the island. She loves the magic here. It's just, her characterization in the beginning is a little, aloof is not the right word. It was very stiff. It was very contained. But as the story's progressing and as the events start to unfold, she is no longer a mouse. I mean, she starts to stand up for herself and tell the family where to stick it. I mean, she calls them out on their bullshit, and I like that a lot. I'm like, good for you, Meg. Good for you. That was me every time she did that. I'm like, look at you standing up for yourself. Look at you being more than what they thought you could be. I really did like the characterization from that aspect. Hard to connect to her in the beginning, but her development and the way the story kind of reflects her development, I think, was really well done overall. And again, that pacing, it just moves like that. It moves so fast. So overall, you know, again, I can't stress enough, I really do think you should reread Shakespeare's The Tempest, and maybe even The Great Gatsby. I think if you read those two together before you pick up this book, it'll just make reading this book even more enriching, because she takes things, she takes aspects from both of these, and she just weaves this completely new story. And that ending, oh, that ending, it left me with some hope, but also it was kind of bittersweet. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna imagine it's a happy ending. I'm just gonna imagine it's a true happy ending, you know, and not just her imagination playing tricks on her, because I do want her to be happily ever after with the boy she fell in love with. I really do. But things happen and you're just like, and that's how it ends. You're just like, that's it. And you're just like, you know what? I don't need more information. I'm just gonna let my mind wander and say, yes, they lived happily ever after. That's it, you know, a note of hope at the end of it, but not a lot of information, which is okay. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. In any case, I think I'd give this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you want to learn more about it, I will of course include links in the description. And on that note, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.